injury history. So with him, he's got to put his best foot forward, and that's what it's going to be. For me, I'm with the guy like, we need to go with Shedeur. He's not Deshaun Love. He's not going to be the future for the Browns. We have him as a rookie contract, as under a rookie contract, young quarterback with these new parts. Let's see what we can do. So I don't think Deshaun, even if he goes out there and since we've had him, he hasn't looked that good. So I'm thinking that with the injuries and coming back,
Bro, he said completely lost it.
Completely lost it is an overstatement, I say. I think that he's reaching, but I'm saying as far as looking like he did before when he was in Houston, we're not going to get that. Like, because that was prime. That was when he was young, ready to go, like can move. He was getting up out of bed.
That's why that whole contract was guaranteed, right?
Because they were expecting to get that 4,800 yards and the touchdowns and just the athletic ability. We started getting the shoulder, the off the field stuff, so you got suspended. Then when he came out, started getting hurt, and you can't help that things are going to happen, but you can only, what have you done for me lately? And what he's done for us lately is not really show that good of a quarterback. So I'm saying, just when I see him now, you're not going to get healthier. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you. You're not going to be running like you were in 2020. That's just the math doesn't math. Your knee isn't going to it's going to be healthy, but like, I know you can throw, but I'm not going to be able to see that Deshaun I know from 2020.
Well, you know, he said he in a better place mentally too, though. You got to realize that, you know, maybe he can recapture a little bit of that glory. But Joe, I ain't gonna lie, I'm with you. I don't see him, like I said, I don't see him getting back to the form that he was. I've totally forgot he was actually.
He was that good. But that's why you get the 235 guarantee. That's why you got the 230 guarantee.
Yeah, you know, because I hadn't really seen him do anything, and then looking at what his whole numbers were since he got to Cleveland, I didn't know that they were that low either. 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, like you damn near going 1 for 1. That ain't conducive to winning, Joe.
The touchdown and interceptions isn't really the bad. I was literally watching it. It just doesn't look like he was moving the same way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not mad at 19 and 12. But
so you believe a lot of his success was predicated on his movement. Dude, he got 4,800. He wasn't trying to do too much of running or anything. He was slanging the piss out that ball.
I hear you.
4,800. You ain't doing too much running on that, man. Like Lamar Jackson go give you 3 something and another 1,000 rushing or something if you let him do it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be his 4,800 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like. But dude, he was
doing. Yes, he was definitely throwing the bar. He was slinging the pill. He was doing a little bit of everything.
2 back-to-back Achilles, and then the issue with the lawsuit that went on, and then the shoulder. He played through some of that.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
Right?
It's not that he wasn't for a lack of trying. You know what I'm saying? His effort was out there. He was trying to get it done, but what have you? Is just. Eye in the sky, the tape, what I've seen from him being able to be back there under center just doesn't look the same. And after injuries, I'm not, how you, Conor McGregor, people, when they start getting hurt and things start happening, you're just not going to come back and all of a sudden you expect them to be the same as they were. I'm like, you hope for the best. You want them to succeed, but it's like, if they don't and you start seeing that, I'm like, it was kind of a little bit of the writing was on the wall that they could still be maybe a backup quarterback, or just show them what can you do. But knowing that Deshaun Watson in 2020, we don't know if we're going to see that same player, because that dude was elite. He was one of the best players in the entire football league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I hate to say it, but I think it's just lip service. If in my opinion, I think it may be lip service, because if I'm the head coach or the GM, you ain't really got a chance to start for me unless Shedeur goes in here and crashes out and don't get it done, because I'm not going to play you and then be stuck having to pay you something next year because I didn't give myself an opportunity to see at least Shedeur, and I'm going to give myself an opportunity to see if they keep Green. Yes.
They drafted two. Yeah. You have quarterbacks on your roster that you drafted for a reason. So when we saying like, oh no, we can get next year draft, we got dudes on the team right now. We have Shedeur Sanders. We have Jalen Green. Dylan Gabriel got his opportunity. So like if you don't think Dylan's got, now we have two dudes. I think Shedeur still needs his rest of his chance. Jalen Green to the draft. Like quarterback is what we obviously need, but if you have dudes on your roster, let's see what they can do. Give them a shot.
Got to. You got to, especially like you said, when you still under that rookie contract, man, as a quarterback. And if you could go out there and do something and show something like this.
And you're getting rid, and you're doing it at the same time that you traded Myles to get another good Jared Verse and picks. So Shedeur starts hooping. You can fill up spots to be like, okay, we got a quarterback in a rookie contract. So now this is where we can bring in other dudes, like pay them and draft well to add, like just get depth.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how y'all camp turn out and who ends up being the starter. I believe it's going to be Shedeur, just for the simple, like it's nothing, like you said, it's no future with him, and I think it'll be Shedeur.
Dawg Pound, listen to this. What if the Cleveland Browns made one move that completely changed the tone of the NFL? Not a flashy wide receiver, not another quarterback rumor, not just another camp body. I'm talking about a real trench move. Taylor Decker in Cleveland. A veteran left tackle, a former first-round pick, a proven NFL starter, a man who has spent years battling in the trenches for the Detroit Lions. Now let's be clear, this is not official. The Browns have not announced a Taylor Decker signing. But if Cleveland is serious about building around Shedeur Sanders, then this is exactly the kind of move that would cause an uproar across the league. Because you cannot talk about Shedeur's future without talking about protection. You cannot talk about QB1 without talking about the offensive line. You cannot talk about changing the Browns' offense without building the wall first. And Taylor Decker would bring something Cleveland desperately needs: stability. Dawg Pound, imagine this. Shedeur Sanders walks into the huddle. Quinshon Judkins is behind him. Jerry Jeudy is outside. Isaiah Bond has speed. Casey Concepcion brings explosion. Denzel Boston brings size. Harold Fannin works the middle of the field. Dylan Sampson gives you another weapon out of the backfield. But none of that matters if the quarterback is running for his life. That is why Taylor Decker would matter so much. Because a young quarterback does not just need talent around him, he needs time. Time to read the defense, time to let routes develop, time to step into throws, time to trust the pocket. And when a quarterback trusts the pocket, everything changes. The ball comes out cleaner. The offense gets faster, the run game becomes more physical, the defense gets forced to respect play action, and suddenly, the Browns are not just surviving drives, they are attacking. That is how you cause a real NFL uproar. Not by talking, by building a team that can walk into Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati and punch them in the mouth. Because the AFC North is not soft. The Ravens want to bully you. The Steelers want to drag you into a street fight. The Bengals want to light you up through the air. So what do the Browns need? They need a wall. They need violence up front. They need veteran presence. They need someone who can look at a young quarterback and say, "Stand tall, I got you." That is what Taylor Decker could represent. He is not just a name. He is a statement. A statement that Cleveland is done watching quarterbacks get destroyed. A statement that Shedeur Sanders will not be thrown into chaos without protection. A statement that the Browns are not just hoping for a future, they are trying to build one. And Dawg Pound, this is where it gets dangerous for every opponent. If Shedeur gets protection, the entire conversation changes. Because now, defenses can't just tee off on him. They can't send pressure every snap and expect panic. They can't crowd the line and dare Cleveland to beat them. If the offensive line holds up, Shedeur can punish mistakes. Judy can win with route running. Bond can stretch the field. Concepcion can create after the catch. Boston can work the boundary. Fannin can become the safety valve. Judkins can run behind a heavier, nastier front. And now the Browns' offense has balance. That is what scares the AFC North. Not just Shedeur, not just Taylor Decker, but the combination. A young quarterback with confidence, a veteran tackle protecting him, a run game that can punish tired defenses, a defense that can keep games close. That is how Cleveland becomes a nightmare. And let's be honest, the Browns do not need cute football. They need grown man football. They need to control the line of scrimmage. They need to protect the quarterback. They need to run the ball when everyone knows it is coming. They need to finish drives. They need to make opponents feel them for 4 quarters. Taylor Decker would fit that identity. He would give Cleveland a veteran edge. He would give Shedeur a cleaner pocket. He would give the Browns a real chance to turn potential into production. Because this whole Shedeur conversation is not just about whether he has talent. It's about whether Cleveland gives him a real environment to succeed. And signing a veteran tackle like Taylor Decker would send a message. We are not guessing anymore. We are building. Dawg Pound, imagine the headline. Browns add Taylor Decker. Shedeur gets protection. The AFC North gets put on notice. And suddenly, Cleveland is not just another team trying to figure out quarterback. Cleveland is a team building a wall around its future. That is how you destroy doubt. That is how you scare opponents. That is how you turn noise into belief. So now I want to hear from you. Should the Browns make a move for Taylor Decker? Would he be the kind of veteran tackle Shedeur Sanders needs? And if Cleveland protects Shedeur the right way, how dangerous can this offense become? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in for more Browns news, Browns rumors, NFL updates, and real Dawg Pound reactions every single day.